on. So where is this your art?
Yeah, I made it myself. Right now, what I
And this car you created, right?
Yeah.
So does it stay here all the time now, or what?
Pretty much, yeah.
Do you have to get a permit, or no one hassles you?
I used to do the permit thing a long time back, but I just kind of like, it's art. It's like doing it yourself.
Yeah, but you're in this.
I just kind of, I mainly stick around this area, but I've been all over the place, like East Coast, Sebastian, Melbourne, stuff like that. My favorite place is over there by Disney, Disney Resort, Boa Vista. But I just do what I do to survive, you know. It's just, I'm not real greedy about it. I just do what I, sell what I can to make money, to buy food and stuff like that, and that's about it, you know. But I always spent most of my life dreaming of being a street artist.
Yeah, so how long have you had this car?
This one was a kickdown. I've had this about a year. That's usually how I go. If somebody kicks something down, I go for it, Then if I get something I don't need, I kick it down to somebody else, That's the way I wish more people were like that, People just hold on to stuff too much, and if they don't need it, it sits around for years, and all of a sudden they just dump it.
Now what kind of mushroom is this exactly?
The mushroom things just go, it's just, I just do all kind of mushroom pictures, whatever I feel like doing. It varies, A lot of people like the ones with the little circles on them, It's kind of derived off the English mushroom, the red top with the white on there. Other than that, I've never seen a dang mushroom like that in the forest. If I did, I'd probably eat it. But,
yeah, I have some pictures. I don't know if you use the internet ever.
Yeah.
Do you like have an address? I have a website. I mean, you can look at my website, or if you have something. Do you have anything on there, or you just use it?
I got a MySpace page,
do you?
At MySpace.
So do you try to sell any of this stuff there?
No. Years ago I tried it, and I just.
Yeah.
It's no fun not seeing who's buying your stuff, It's just, I like to see the people, I like to get to know the people, I like to go negotiate, It's just like, I've done like eBay and all that stuff, and it's just boring, It's just not, you're not out there communicating with people, you know what I mean? It's what I do, I love doing what I do, and I ain't doing it for the money, I'm just doing it because I enjoy doing it, It's just being there, And
so what's the story behind the side of this car? Did you paint that?
Yeah. That
really?
Right there is well, I painted this after a gathering that they had out here in the forest, Rainbow Family, and I just kind of, there's a lot of old hippies around the campfire, and they're playing.
What's their name?
Didgeridoos. And
no, the family.
Rainbow Family. Yeah. If you
I don't know what that means actually.
Yeah, if you go check out welcomehome.org, you'll learn about it. It's kind of derived. It started in 1971. It's just people going more to a native lifestyle.
Yeah, well, this car is something else, man. Do you know? You must know about the Art Car Festival in Houston. You go to that ever?
I've heard about it. I never really got into it.
I live in Houston. I've never been, but it's supposed to be pretty cool. And I mean, this is definitely a tripping car, man.
Yeah, I heard they got a whole parade and all that stuff and everything else. And I heard it's pretty cool. It's just I never got really into that whole scene. If I'm there by chance, I'm touring through, and all of a sudden there's a parade with art cars. Hell, I'll join in.
So I gotta ask you. I have to ask you, what's the story with this sign over here?
That sign right there?
Yeah.
I really don't know. It just popped out about 3 months ago, and I know it costs $4.50 a month to put it up there. I don't know who's paying for it, either a church gathering or something like that. I don't know what the purpose is behind it. It's cool, everybody's allowed to express religion, but I have this thing about, just the fact that they have the county name on there, it kind of segregates, and I've seen a lot of diversity in this county, like you've got Jewish people, you got a lot of different faiths, and I kind of shine on that one, you know, because it's just like kind of saying Wakulla, which is the name in this county, loves Jesus, which is, you know, it's cool, you know. But at the same time, I've had my mixed feelings on it, you know. It's just like if somebody said, if there was a sign that said Wakulla loves Buddha, there'd be an uproar, you know. It's just, it's kind of like cultural differences.
So what if you rented the building? No, I'm not going to do this. Here, how's this for an idea? You rent a billboard and you say your name and you love Wakulla and Jesus, you know?
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, it's just, to me, it's all right, but, you know, if it's a church group, I mean, I could see them doing better things with, you know, $450 a month.
Yeah, but the question really is, which it doesn't even ask, is does Jesus love Wakulla, you know?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, and which Jesus are we talking about?
Yeah, a friend of mine, he had to come up with a slogan, Jesus hates haters. And that was because there's so much.
That's your friend?
Yeah,
I've seen that.
A friend of mine did that.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's good.
I don't know where I've seen that. It might be something that's just going around.
Oh,
yeah,
but,
that's, you know, it's
true.
Little sayings like that.
Yeah, well, simple rules.
It got me thinking because there's a lot of, you know, I hate when a community bases its whole entire governing system off of a religious segment, you know, especially when you have so many different sectors of it, you know. You get, even with Christianity, you have different Christians, you have Baptists, you have Mormons, and you have, you know, and you have so many segregations of it. I hate when a community actually grabs onto just one and then governs the whole government by that, you know. That's why I'm a kind of a believer in separation of church and state, you know. It's just like, it's fairness, you know. But I like the morals behind, you know. I think, you know, our country was grown on God, you know, and I think that's a good thing. But it's like, you know, we've grown into a times where, you know, so many different cultures are moving into this area. I think it's just, to get along, you have to just open the doors and say, you know, we just got to be fair with it all, you know. But, you know, I don't know, I guess that's just my whole feeling on America, you know.
So, this looks like it's meant to catch crabs. Do you eat stuff like that, or you just like live off of the sunshine and the rain, or what?
I pretty much live off whatever you know, I eat trees off the trees and bushes and stuff.
So what
like
about cows and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm not much of a eating meat or nothing like that. I'm really kind of against animal cruelty.
See, they didn't explain that in the Bible real well either. I mean, what would Jesus have eaten? You know, like, would have he eaten fried catfish and hush puppies and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's just like, you know, I've gone into my native roots, and I've gotten to where I believe the grandfather rule and all that. You know, I believe that, yeah, there was a guy in Jesus and all that stuff, but I have a difficulty with the fact that a book holds the words of a Lord. And I've grown to just kind of look at that, and I just look at that as, okay, you got several books that hold the words of the Lord. You know, you got the Quran, you got, you know, the Bible, you got segments of the Bibles, you got all these, then you got other Bibles, and then you got, and I just found that you cannot get religion in print, you know. The only way you can really get it is to experience it yourself, you know, to get out there and just experience. The best way to get very spiritual, I've always told anybody, is just take a boat, go sail out in the horizon, and just live like that for a while and see, you know, where you go, and next thing you know, you ever notice like a lot of sailors and stuff like that, or anybody that's been in the Navy, they're very, 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 very close spiritually, and they find that spirit. I think they find that because they come so close to just them and themselves.
You're talking about the crew, or the crew and their families.
People that have been out at sea for a long time.
Yeah,
you know?
but I mean, the people you're talking about, they're all like in sync with their crew, or they're in sync with their families, because there's actually a lot of families that split up because of the separation. It's a hardship on the young kids, you know.
Yeah.